Hello, hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to the Naturally Yours podcast, where we celebrate our beautiful women of color while spotlighting their success and bringing more awareness to their natural hair. So, I'm Ty the Natural, I'm your host, and on episode 16, I have the pleasure of interviewing a very special queen by the name of Miss Easa Greens, who is aka an herbalist. So help me welcome Miss Issa to the stage.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Thank you for having me, Ty. I appreciate it. I appreciate you inviting me.
You are so welcome. Thanks for, being here. Thanks for giving us some time out of your busy schedule. We really appreciate you being here today. And I'm so excited for this interview because I know it's going to be juicy with all of this herbalist talk. So let's jump right into it.
Let's get to it.
So, how about you tell us, Issa, how you came up with Easa Greens? Where did that come from? And just tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Okay, so Issa was created actually by me and my daughter. It's actually Easa Greens Organics.
Okay.
And the reason why we came up with that, because it was like part of my name, and then my last name, and then organics. And the acronym for Easa Greens Organics is ego, because we as women in our hair has such an ego and a presence. That's what I wanted, ego. So Easa Greens Organic is soft, but if the acronym is ego, and that's how we came about it. Um, my background, I guess, leading up to getting that name, I went through many names. I did, and I don't know, Ty, it just like clicked. Like this fits Black women. Like this fits our hair. This fits our health. This fits our beauty. Ego fits everything for us.
Yes.
Because our hair is a showstopper.
Yes. Period.
Yeah. And when you have your hair on fleek, girl, you walk outside, you like, you be feeling it,
Right. You can't tell me nothing.
Exactly. So that's how I came about with the name.
Gotcha. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what made you get into herbs? Like, was there a certain situation that happened that made you research herbs and then you just grew into loving this, this part of this part of your world, this part of your life? Or I don't know, what kind of caused you to go down this herbalist road?
So I always had a love for herbs. I always had a love for just natural health, but I didn't know how or where to start. So what's the main pioneer was that my mom has diabetes.
Okay.
And one day I went into her house, Ty, and she opened up a drawer and it was like full of just medications everywhere. And I was like, it has to be a better way for that. And I was like, Mom, she had one for high blood pressure, one for diabetes, one for this, one for that. And my family itself was getting sick. And when I say sick, the generalized actual diagnosis for our Black community, high blood pressure, diabetes, just things like that. So what happened was I said, let me research something that would actually help. My first herb, but it's not even an herb, I actually discovered was black seed oil. And I found that if you take black seed oil, it actually helps with your diabetes. It actually cures your diabetes if you really want to get technical. And I was like, there's so much more out there. I mean, it's so much more information out there. And I was like, I need this information. I need to find it. So I went and Googled herbal schools. And when I Googled the herbal schools, I found a couple. And there were like different types of herbal schools. There's herbal schools that have you in a classroom. There's herbal schools that have you out in the garden. There's herbal schools that are more spiritual. There's things like that. So I needed actual facts. I needed results. I needed something that I could bring back to my community and be like, you have this, so let's make this. Let's figure it out, And
Yes.
so that's the journey that happened when I went starting my journey to go into herbal school.
Gotcha. So which school did you actually go with? Which environment?
So I went to Arbor Ivy. So it's called Arbor Ivy Herbal School, and I went to that school, and you know, the problem with herbal schools is this. I was one of few black females. There's only like two black females in there. And a lot of their Western teachings were for white counterparts. And what I say is this: a lot of their examples they had was for white people. For example, if somebody is sick, they'll say, "Oh, their face will be red and flush." Well, we as black and brown people, not everybody's face is going to show redness or flushness, right?
Right.
But for our skin, I will ask my patient, does your face feel hot here? Or is it tingly? Because our skin is different.
Right.
So I faced a lot of those challenges and a little bit of racism in herbal school too. But because I asked them about people of my color, how would I
Mhm.
help them in that aspect? You tell me how
Right.
to help somebody with a lighter skin to see signs, but what about with darker skin?
Right. Absolutely. I mean, everyone needs to be helped, not just a
Hmm.
certain color or person.
Right, exactly.
So I definitely agree with you on that one. That's, man, it's really sad. You're just going for education.
Right,
And you're
exactly.
treated differently, or you're not given the right information for your culture
Right,
because they feel that it doesn't need to be shared.
right. But the same respect, they did give me secrets. They did give me the knowledge of the herb,
Hmm.
and with that, you have to be your own teacher. I did seek out an African herbalist,
Okay.
Ola,
Okay.
and she came from Africa. And I'm actually gonna go study with her next summer. I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico because she has her own
Nice.
herbalist lab and everything. Maybe Ty, you'll come with us. You never know.
Yes. Yes. I
Come
think I
on with
will.
us.
That sounds awesome because I'm in the herbs.
Yeah, come on, because the more we have of our own kind, the better it is. So come on,
Yes.
I'll give you her information, and if you can go sooner or later, you can dive into that. And
Yes.
so Ola, she came to the herbal school. I guess the herbal school felt bad for me
Oh,
because um because one of the biggest things that they said to me, which I thought was so devastating, but I actually came back with a try. I came back with a vengeance. But they said slaves did not contribute to the to the herbal community, and and that's not true because we
I
wasn't
know.
allowed. Right,
That's so not accurate.
it's not. And then I was like, because we wasn't allowed to read, write, so obviously we pass our remedies through songs.
Hmm.
And I was like, so when one of the herbalist teachers said, well, they didn't do this and didn't do that, so I said, can you tell me what's the one herb that slaves used when they got whipped and then they had to get up the next day to go pick cotton corn in the sun? What did they use? Because they didn't have a doctor. So he just stood there looking like and I was like, comfrey. Comfrey came from Africa. Comfrey is a herb that they were familiar with when they came here and they saw it. Comfrey was they used the leaves on their backs. Comfrey is another form of it's like another form of words. I guess you could say it's like a nip bone. So if you have broken bones, they would take the comfrey and wrap it around the bones. If you had open wounds, they would take the comfrey and lay the leaves on top of the wounds. And the very next day, you would feel a difference. Our ancestors gave us that, and it's one of many that they get passed down to us.
Right. Right. That's amazing.
Hmm.
That's so amazing. And it's like we knew we had herbs and stuff in Africa. So it's like how could you even say that? Like that's so not true.
Right,
But
exactly.
hey, but if you don't educate yourself and you just listen to them, you'll never know the truth because
Right,
they don't want us to know.
exactly, exactly. And with that being said, what they did was that they just sparked somebody for me to be sitting in this seat now today. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, girl. And honestly, I like one of my goals is to have a whole pharmacy of herbs because I'm
Hmm.
so into herbs. And I don't know if you know Surviving Vegan,
No.
Arisha or Sean, but she has her own home. herb pharmacy where she has all the herbs that she needs. She don't have to go nowhere to get anything. Like it's just all there. And
Mm-hmm.
I want my house to have a herb pantry as well, like all in alphabetical order.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, make my remedies, whatever I need, it's right there in the house.
Exactly. Exactly. That's where we need. Well, that's where it's heading now. Healing,
Yeah,
healing ourselves through the earth, because pharmaceutical
they're
companies,
not here to
yeah,
help.
right.
Mm-mm.
They're not healers. They're
No,
just they're just so you know what it is, Ty? They actually give you pills for the symptom, but
right.
they don't actually
Cure it.
heal the problem.
Right. They just slap a band-aid on it
Right.
for
So if you have mm-hmm.
temporary, what's the word? Temporary satisfaction.
Yeah, a temporary solution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have diabetes, they'll give you a pill for diabetes, but they won't help your pancreas.
Mm-mm.
Right? They won't
Mm-mm.
jumpstart that.
No,
So,
it won't.
so it's like it's the concept is so backwards how doctors, I mean, I'm not all doctors are bad, but just the concept of the how this whole industry is doing things is so backwards.
Right. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Everything is here in the United States is here to get more money out of us. They use us to get rich off of. They're not here
Mhm.
to cure anything, just to
Right.
keep us to coming back. That's it.
Mhm.
That's what they
Mhm.
want. So I definitely agree with you, Issa. So why don't you tell us a little bit what made you go down the entrepreneur lane? So do you currently work a 9 to 5, or are you fully invested into your herb business?
I'm fully invested into my herbal hair care business. So the reason why I became an entrepreneur is because after herbal school, I had people coming to me and asking me, and I was writing down all these products and all these pills and supplements that were good to help people. And I was like, you know what? And they would ask me, do you have it here? Do you have it? Do you have it? And I'm like, I don't have it. But they said, can you make it for me and can you send it to me? And I was like, okay, I can. I will try to do that. And I was like, you know what? This is a business. Let me try to make it. Let me put it into a business.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the consulting people, now I can say, well, you know what? Try my lovely liver. Detox your liver. If you have allergies, let's detox your liver. Okay. Have you ever done a detox? You should detox at least twice a year, 3 times a year. If you have lung issues and if you have too much mucus on your lungs or whatever the case may be, try my lung tea. It was like it just started going in that direction. And it's the same thing with our hair. It was like, okay, I want to turn and look at ingredients and know what I'm reading, Ty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
so
Absolutely.
it's the simplest thing. So I was like, you know what? This is a business and let me
Most
try to
definitely.
yeah.
Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely it's a business. We need more of these. Like
Yes, yes.
more of
Me too.
these. I can't wait till are you ever thinking about having a storefront?
Ty, that was gonna go into like our, um, our other question, but you
Oh,
know,
go ahead. Go right
I'm not,
ahead.
I, I'm not getting the support like I needed from my community. Like I'm not, like, my numbers are down. They're not. I'm not. I'm fairly new. I just opened up in a year, and my team is always saying, "You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient, Green."
Yes.
But
Yes.
my sales are not where it should be in order for me to have that confidence to say I'm going to open a storefront.
I understand. It's got to make sense totally.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
definitely understand that. But we going to just say those sales going to come, honey,
Yes,
because
thanks, guys.
you're curing things and you're saving lives at the end of the day.
Yes,
So, with that
thank
being
you.
said, your business will take off. It will grow. It will get to the point where you need a storefront because you won't have any room in your house.
Amen to that. I believe it. You spoke it. Yes, from your lips to God's ears.
Yes, yes. I believe in it. I believe in your business for real. But I do want you to talk a little bit about the hair tea in just a moment.
Hmm.
Um, but I do want you to tell me, besides, going through the herbalist school and having to deal with, a little bit of racism,
Hmm.
what was some other obstacles that you faced during this, journey? And how did you overcome them? Just for, others that may be wanting to go down this herbalist road as well.
Um, I would say this. So first, Ty, if people are into herbs, it has to be ingrained in them, because I sat in a room for 8 hours and just grilled and grilled, and I was so encouraged and I was enthusiastic about everything. If you are kind of like on the fence, it's not for that person. Okay.
Gotcha.
Another thing too is I'm gonna send you this lady's name. I follow her. But also going to herbal school in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
I would not recommend people to go to herbal school during the winter.
Okay.
Only because you need to have the option of going out to a garden and actually seeing what you learned, as
Right.
opposed to waiting until the season comes in to say, okay, now I can recognize this comfrey, or I can recognize burdock root or dandelion, things like that. So you can actually put the herb to what you learned that same day, as opposed to waiting. Um, Classes, there are African American women, some women that actually have herbal schools, and they actually have option of you being in a classroom or you being in a classroom and going out into the garden at the same time. I would recommend, even though it's more money, to actually do both, right?
Right.
And I would recommend that you be a student. You're always going to be a student in this industry. So
Yes.
you have to be a student and be a student during the winter. So then now in the summer, not only have you studied abroad, but now you know what people are talking about, because you can go into herbal school. It is very intimidating, but you can go into herbal school like I don't know what they're talking about, because they can go from tinctures to salves to
Right.
elixirs and cough syrups and different things that people make. So it's better to start your own studying than when you go, and then things will be fixed along the way that you didn't know right or wrong, whatever. And now you're in the garden, and now you're actually in the earth's vibration, and you're with other people that share the same views as you, and
Yes.
you can actually make connections. I made a connection with somebody from the rainforest that actually
Yeah.
had family that lived in the rainforest.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing. That's
yeah.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to meet somebody in the rainforest. Like,
I mean, but she wasn't from her family. Her family was from the rain, but she was here for a while. But the thing about that time was Ty. The funny thing about that is that I had ordered some nuts from the
uh,
rainforest that she had shipped to me,
uh
and customs called me, and they opened my packages for like 4 months.
really?
Yes, and they was questioning me as to why I was ordering these nuts, what I'm doing with the nuts, XYZ. It was such a big thing.
What?
But I can see why other countries, foreign countries, I should say, but they don't allow you to ship things in. And if it is shipped to you and it goes through customs, you're putting yourself at risk as being a target. So,
Hmm. Meaning we are like if we get something from another country.
right. So, like, if they say, okay,
Wow.
because certain herbs you can't ship to United States. It has to go through
Really?
Canada, and then maybe somebody from Canada can ship it to you. But if you have them ship it to you directly,
Mm-hmm.
then you'll be flagged.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good education to know
Yeah, it
because I'm
is.
sure, a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a way to actually select to ship it through Canada to come to you, or is there
I
like
mean,
an alternative?
you have to have somebody in Canada, or
Oh,
you have to physically drive across the border to go get it, which
wow.
I have done because I'm not too far from Canada, but I have done that.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a plus for you not being so far away from Canada. But wow, that's a
Yeah, it's
big
a drive, but it's not true. Yeah, yeah,
that's a, that is a
yeah.
it's a stumbling block, that's for sure. But it makes
Yeah, it
you,
is.
tell yourself how bad do you want it?
Right,
Because
exactly.
you'll find a way to do it if you really want to do it.
Exactly. Exactly. Like for a while, like I don't know if you're familiar with ESIAC. Essiac tea or Essiac herbs, for a long time, they didn't allow the brand Essiac into the United States. But
Oh,
they only allowed it to go to Canada. But Essiac, which is a white lady that got these herbs from Indians, these herbs were curing cancer. And so she became a target, and her brand was not allowed to be shipped to the United States. Just now, recently, a few years, now Essiac is allowed to come in the States. Her brand is still banned, but
wow.
there's other knockoffs that actually make it, and they call it Essiac tea, which allows her brand to be sold here.
That's crazy. But that just goes to show they're not trying to cure anything. They're not trying to help anyone stay alive. They are really trying to kill people off. That just goes to show right there. It's crazy. So, how about you tell us a little bit about your hair journey? So, we would want to know, have you ever been relaxed or texturized? And if so, how was that journey? Or if you've always been natural, how has it been always being natural?
So I got my first perm at 16,
Okay.
and my hair was pretty long. It was like down to my back. I mean, down to the middle of my back. I'm African American. If anybody is putting this question, I'm not mixed with anything. Not to say that's a bad thing. I'm just just giving you a little insight of my background.
Right.
And so my mom kept my hair braided up until the age of 16,
Gotcha.
and so she said, "Oh, you can get it perm for your 16th birthday." I got it perm for my 16th birthday. I wore perms all the way up until the age of 35.
Okay.
And yeah, and
Girl, you don't even look like you even hit 35.
thank you.
Girl, I've been thinking in my head, like, man, she is so knowledgeable about this. Man, what is she in her 20s? Like,
I wish. Oh my goodness. I wish I could go back to 20.
girl, you look good, girl. You look
Thank you.
good. You
Thank
look
you.
like you in your 20s.
So I went natural. No, I'm sorry. I went natural at the age of like 32, and then that's when I started. The closer I became to herbs, because I'm 42 now, so that's 10 years. So the closer I came to herbs, the closer I realized what I was doing and how I was damaging myself as a whole.
Gotcha.
And yeah, and I stopped with that. I've been natural for 10 years, but as you know, Ty, you wasn't around then. I don't think you was around then because I didn't know what I was doing. I used Ebook, girl, a long time ago. I would
sure
have had
wish I
long,
was,
luxurious
girl.
hair. I know. So I was just like, I was trying all different types of things, Ty. As you know, like your struggle with, I'm pretty sure with your clients and things, but I was just trying so many different things, so many products. I became a product junkie, and I couldn't read half of the labels. And I was like, you know what? This is crazy. I
Yes.
started going to herbal school. I was just throwing my hair back, and it was just growing out.
Hmm.
And as I was in herbal school, I learned different things about different African herbs, that
Okay.
what I can do to actually take the perm out, to actually make my hair soft naturally with no
Chemicals.
chemicals, right?
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, I can make myself a shampoo. I can make myself
Yes.
an oil, this, that.
Yes. Yes. Girl, I don't know how you got into my life, but I'm so glad that you did because we
I
are
was
we
trying
are
to in that
definitely
life.
aligned
Yeah.
because me myself, I'm in the process of researching what I want to have in my hair products.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go the Ayurvedic way because it's
Mm-hmm.
herbs. And I
Yes.
know that that's really going to help benefit a lot of people that, suffer from baldness or losing hair or shedding or,
Mm-hmm.
those very detrimental hair issues. So I know herbs heal the body. So I feel like that's the best way to go.
Right.
And I love that you make your own line because
Mm-hmm.
it's very inspiring for me. I love it.
Thank
And
you.
I do want you to tell our audience like what hair care products you do offer.
Okay, so I offer a hair softener.
Okay.
Now, the hair softener is a tea, right?
Okay. Yes.
It is a secret ingredient. I'm like kind of struggling with that a little bit, Ty, but it is a secret ingredient because I don't want to tell people my secret.
Right.
You know,
And you don't have to tell it on here, girl.
right,
You don't
right.
have to tell it on here.
Um, but trust me, please, everybody trust me. It is 100% organic. So this tea you can just spray. Actually, let me get the bottle here. I have it here.
Girl, let's see. Let's see. Because I sure was hoping you grabbed it.
Okay, so
I love your display back in behind you.
my teas. Yeah, that's my honey that I was gonna promote recently.
Got you.
Um,
I love it.
so
You got your own honey.
yes.
Dope.
Hmm.
So dope.
Don't worry, Ty. You gonna let me tell you something. I know you're gonna be great, girl. I know. I can see it. I can see it. You have such great energy, and you are out here curing issues. You're out here curing issues. Like people with somebody with cancer will come to you. Seriously. You know that I mean, like I
I
can't wait for
had a
your
lady
line.
ask me that was dealing with cancer. I'm waiting on her to call. I'm waiting on her to win a consultation so we can, dig into her issue a little bit further.
Yeah. Yeah. See, there's a need for that. There's definitely a need for that.
Yes, yes. I'm like, let me be your hair bestie.
Exactly. Exactly. And our hair is our ego. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
It really
definitely.
is. And it's like, embrace your hair. Embrace
Mm-hmm.
who you are. Stop hiding. Stop
Right.
hiding it under these weaves and wigs. Because that's
Yeah.
not
Oh
truly
God,
you.
please. I can't.
That's truly
That is
not you.
a whole nother podcast.
I know,
Sorry.
right?
Please, please don't talk about Big Zuby. Please don't. Lord, please
Okay.
don't.
We not
Please
gonna
leave
get
it.
Issa onto a tantrum here.
Right, exactly. Please don't talk about it. Um, so I have a glass bottle here, right? And my hair softener, it looks like, well, actually, I'm gonna get to that. So my hair softener comes in a pouch, right?
Okay.
You pour it in a pouch. This gives you 2 servings, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
spray it in your hair, all over your hair, and you leave it in for 30 minutes. Then
Mm-hmm.
you wash it out with the shampoo, the cleanser.
Okay.
Okay. So the hair softener is to help, or it's an additive to your routine. It's supposed to help your hair become soft. It's just something just to give that extra strength over there. It is a tea. It is a tea.
Yes. Okay.
Technically, I mean, I can tell people they can drink it, but I would recommend you not. It tastes really nasty. Um, and this is my spray bottle I sell if they want to, and you just spray it and 1, 2, 3, wash it out. You'll see results. You definitely will see results. I'm waiting for pictures for people to send me, but this product alone, hair
Mm-hmm.
softener, you'll
Mm-hmm.
definitely see results. Then
I
once
love it.
you love it, you like this,
Yeah.
Tyler?
Yes, I love the bottle. I love that it's glass.
Yes.
So it's going to be more sturdier.
Mm-hmm.
And the vitamins and minerals are going to actually stay in the bottle because
Yes.
it's not attaching to plastic or anything. So that
Exactly.
was very smart.
So then now I pulled this from my shower, so please forgive me, but this is my shampoo, right?
Okay.
Now I want to talk about this a little bit. You know, I had to deal with myself having the shampoo, like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, because I chose not to put my shampoo in a plastic bottle tie because
I
it's
feel
so much
you.
it's so much plastic, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And this
Yes.
is biodegradable. This doesn't hurt the earth.
I love it. I love it. You are so caring. Like
Yeah.
the I love it.
You like it?
Yes. I love that. I've never seen that before. And I love that you do that.
I
Girl,
you know
you got my mind moving. You got ideas poking up in my
the
head. I
heck,
love it.
this. Come on, come with it. Come with it. Come with it. You know what? Yes. So so now so
I
yeah.
love that. And that's how all of our hair care should be now. It should be in things that are good for the earth. That's how they should make everything now because
Right.
we're killing the earth with all of this pollution, all of this waste. We need to help the earth.
Yes.
Like, man, I'm so happy. I'm so glad that you actually took the time to care, about our world.
Yes.
Like,
And
because
this
who's really doing about our world in our hair? Like,
right,
that's
exactly.
That just shows what kind of person you are. Like, I love it.
Thank you, Ty. So,
You're welcome.
so my biggest setback is that I can have or ask my team to make a really pretty plastic bottle, but so I chose to do the pouch. I am not going to deviate away from the pouch. I do ask people to I'm going to start asking people to take the top and recycle it.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave it in your shower. I know it wrinkles up a little bit, but it will survive in the shower.
Okay.
If you turn the back of my shampoo, you can't see it now, Ty, but everything you can understand the ingredients and you can read it.
Yes,
I,
and
I
that's what
even
we
use
want.
Yes, exactly. It's like you want to turn around and read everything and and know exactly what you're reading and understand
Exactly.
what's going on to your hair. I actually
Exactly.
use this to wash my face. You can use this to wash your face as well. This is an organic product.
Yes, I love it.
You can use your body or your face, but I would say just use it for your hair because you don't want to use too much of it.
Right.
Um, so this right here is the shampoo. I mean the cleanser, and then I have my oil here.
Okay.
It's in an amber bottle, and with the oil, it hydrates your hair from the inside out,
Oh,
not on
nice.
top. Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
like that. I
It
like that.
penetrates the inside of your hair follicles.
And I don't know a product doing that from the inside to the outside.
Yes,
Oh, yeah. I don't know no product doing that.
I know. A lot of people don't believe me, but
I'm definitely curious,
let me
and
show
I
you.
have to try it. Oh, snaps. Is that the concoction?
Yes,
I got you. Look at
yes,
all those herbs in there.
I know.
I
I
love
know.
it.
Now, Ty, when I open this, I feel like I want to drop to the floor. The scent is so
Really?
strong. I'm like, oh
It's
my
so
god.
earthy, huh?
Yeah, it's a very earthy. People say, "Oh, I love the way your oil smells." I'm like, but if you have about 3 jars of that in your house and you opening it to stir it, it's like, woo! You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta open the windows.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause
I
herbs are
bet.
very powerful. They can take you to your knees.
Yes. Yes. I'm on the prowl for some books. So that's what I'm researching right now. So I definitely agree with you though. I got an herb book over here that I bought from like our store that's more for like vegans.
Okay.
And
Okay.
girl, the book was only like $7. I'm like, this is a no-brainer. I'm buying this. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all of this information in here is well
Yes.
worth over $7.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm so
Definitely.
excited and happy about your brand. Like, girl, that brand is going to take off. Like,
I
I
know.
love it.
I'm waiting
You
for
built
that.
it. You built it with true intention. Like
Yeah.
you built it to help the earth, and you
Mm-hmm.
built it to cure, hair issues. So
Yes.
it's like, and there's so many women out here that me and you have to help. So
Yes.
it's like,
Yes.
I love it. Like, I'm so happy and proud of you. Like,
Thank
that's
you,
so
Ty.
amazing.
Thank
You
you.
should be definitely proud of yourself for sure.
I'm proud. You
And
know.
don't be down
Yeah.
because your sales are down a little bit, but this is
Mm-hmm.
actually just use this as fuel. Like
Right.
make you hungrier.
Mm-hmm.
And because all it's doing is testing you and seeing how bad you want it. So show them how bad you want it.
Hmm. I received that. Thank you, Ty. I received that. That was some good. Yeah, that was some jewels right there. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem at all. So, Issa, why don't you tell our audience where they can find you? But we really really appreciate you coming on the podcast today. Was there any closing words that you wanted to give before you tell the people where to find you, where they can follow you at? Because they definitely have to get in contact with you for sure.
I just want to say, Ty, just thank you for the platform and thank you for hearing me out and thank you for being understanding for this type of line of business. That's why I want to say thank you. And to find
Oh,
me, Easa Greens Organics, EasaGreens.com. I'm on Instagram, Easa Greens. I'm on Facebook, Easa Greens. And, you know, but Ty, I really, truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And um, you guys got to watch out for you because you are a beacon of light. We need more women like you. If there's any more ties out there, come contact Ty. Let's start our community.
Thank you, love. I appreciate the flowers. I really do. I'm all about, empowering my women,
Mm-hmm.
empowering, you know, all my women, really. Like, I'm really into my melanin women, but I'm all about women empowerment because I came from a low place. I used to
Right.
be at a low place in my life, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anyone to go through that because I had to
Yes.
build myself back up
Mm-hmm.
alone by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I always pour into other women and help build them back up and pour into them because there's no reason for our heads to hang low. Our
Right.
our crown should always be up in the sky, no matter what. Because
That's true. Yeah.
we have too much greatness to
Yes.
unfold. So
Yes.
with that
Definitely.
being said, that's just me. That's just me. So I really appreciate you and the kind words. You are so welcome. We got to get you back on here, so we can get like a 6 month update,
Okay.
to see what's going on with you and your business.
Okay.
So, so
Thank you.
yeah. So guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. This was episode 16. I'm your host, Ty the Natural, and this was Miss Easa Greens. Make sure y'all go connect and hit up my girl, I.
Thank
And
you.
we out of here.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.
Bye, y'all.